I call back on the collective memories of what was happening at that point of time. 1 minute, Mr. Surjewala, go to C Singh. Now, my question is, right, that the Nanavati Commission report, and I actually challenge Mr. Surjewala to prove me wrong if he can. The Nanavati Commission report, C Singh, while referring to the testimony of Major General J.S. Jamwal, I think he was, the general officer commanding for the Delhi area in November 1984, said that the army was deployed on the evening of November 2nd, 1984, but only became effective from November 3rd, 1984 in some areas. Maximum killings happened in that period of time. However, as per P.C. Alexander's testimony, and he was principal secretary to Indira Gandhi, the decision by Rajiv Gandhi to call in the army was taken at 1:30 p.m. on the 1st of November. So I think the root of this mystery, isn't it, C Singh, the root of why did so many Sikhs get massacred? Even 100 years from now, I will ask that question. The root of the issue is what explains the delay in the decision, between the decision to call in the army and the actual deployment. The army was, isn't that the root issue? Yeah.
Thank you, Arnab. I think there is so much crossfire between Akalis and BJP on one side and Congress on the other that we are really losing focus on the issue, and you brought the focus back. There are three elements to it. One is that very clearly there was a conspiracy which was hatched.
Yes.
Hatched maybe to scare the president, hatched for local effect, and then expanded. Who were these people? All of them have not been caught. And therefore it is important not just to go through the commissions, but to have an inquiry, an investigation. Because a commission doesn't investigate. A commission merely receives evidence and then opines on it. So therefore a SIT, which the Aam Aadmi Party has now come up with, and Mr. Phoolka, we owe a debt to, is extremely important. And why are certain elements very scared of it? We even found some concern in the Akali Dal. Chief Minister Badal has expressed some concern. Why should they be concerned at all? Let an investigation be held. Let everything which is available be brought on record. That is the first part. Even the Congress should not be afraid of it. Because I don't think this conspiracy goes all the way to the top, because this is just difficult to imagine, as much as we don't say it goes all the way up to the top in Gujarat. So what is good for one is good for the other, but let there be an investigation. Now, second thing is that you're absolutely right.
No, 1 second. C Singh,
Just one point.
C Singh, no, C Singh, let's be very clear. The Nanavati Commission says the attacks were happening in a systematic manner, without the fear of the police, yes, almost suggesting that they were assured that they would not be harmed while committing their acts and thereafter. In other words, you're saying it doesn't go to the top. Of course, there must have been some assurance at the top.
No, you just see.
Who was there at the top?
Hardeep Puri has said, no, in certain places the police did act. It is not that uniformly they didn't. There was chaos. There's utter chaos in the city.
No,
I will tell you. Let me give you an example. Just one thing.
Organized pogrom cannot take place.
Hardeep Puri contradicting you. Hardeep Puri
distributed.
Yeah, go ahead.
One more point.
No, Mr. Puri wants to contradict
you. One more point. Hardeep, just one more point. On the morning of November 1, when the telephone calls started coming to Rashtrapati Bhavan, Joint Secretary to the President, Mr. Bindra, is sitting in his room. We opened the exchange. He was taking all the calls. He was speaking to Mr. Nikhil Kumar, who's now was a governor. He was then an additional commissioner. He was speaking to Mr. Dhawan. Some things were working. They were sending some people out.
No, but the Home Minister, no, 1 second, KC Singh, again I contradict you. You know, please don't tell me some things were working. Even I.K. Gujral, former Prime Minister, testified before the Nanavati Commission. He said he met Narasimha Rao asking him to prevent what was happening. He said people are dying, Mr. Home Minister.
Narasimha Rao had no control.
The testimony says...
Narasimha Rao had no control.
No, what do you mean no control? Then who had the control? The Home Minister had no control. Who had the control?
At the cutting edge.
Who had the control?
No, Bindra was calling up people.
I must submit to you, Arnab. I must submit to you, Arnab.
Hardeep Puri.
Arnab, when the control breaks down, you go to the cutting edge. You go to...
What do you mean control breaks down?
Let me also have my say now.
No, what do you mean control breaks down? How can control break down? Control doesn't break down overnight unless there is some conspiracy behind it. Hardeep Puri.
A pogrom of...
Let us try and hear. There are two very significant...
1 minute, Hardeep Puri.
There are two very significant
One
points
second, Mr. Let
that have
Hardeep Puri
been
complete,
made by
sir.
Mr. Singh, one in the opening remarks and secondly again just now. There are two very significant points. Number one, he has clearly said, and Mr. Tarlochan Singh has also agreed with it, that there was no question of Shri Rajiv Gandhi having any knowledge or role in the issue.
Can we put that aside for the moment? Can we put, we are not discussing
Sir,
that.
all that
Can
he has
we put
said
that
about
aside for
Rajiv
the
Gandhi,
moment? I don't,
all that he has
why
said,
are you so
unless you
worried
want,
about what Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, can I just respond to what Casey said?
That the system
Sir,
that
sir,
is the
please,
police
Mr. Surjewala,
can I,
Mr. Surjewala, please.
Mr. Bindra from Rashtrapati Bhavan, and they were acting, and it was different incidents of violence. It does not justify. It does not justify, I repeat myself.
Mr. Surjewala, can I just make
Mr.
a
Surjewala, okay, you made that point. You made the point now. No, you
may
made the
agree
point
with
now.
what I have to
Now
say.
let Hardeep Puri
Let me say.
have
contribute
to
you.
be given justice.
Fine, you are
Action
only
needs to
interested
be
in giving
taken,
Rajiv Gandhi a
and
clean
any
sheet.
fraud
Okay,
we
Mr.
have
Hardeep
no
Puri, please.
objection to.
I make a very basic submission to you, Arnab, and to my distinguished panelists, which is that a pogrom of this scale requires logistical organization. There were people with voters lists, there was kerosene, there were combustible chemicals, people were pointing down the houses of the Sikh community, and those houses were being burnt down, etc. Now, how can something on this scale take place? If you have 45,000 members of the army in the city, when you have a regularly constituted police force, we would not have reached this stage today after 30 years if you had identified the people who were responsible for the acts of commission and omission in 1985 with the Marwa Committee, and we could have got closure. You need to get the closure now.
Of course you need to get the GK Manjit Singh. GK Manjit Singh, yes, Mr. Manjit Singh. Manjit Singh, GK, go ahead. Manjit Singh.
The thing is,
Manjit Singh, please.
Arnab,
Manjit Singh of the Gurdwara Parbandhak Committee, please.
Arnab, it is
Shri Narendra Modi,
Arnab,
the Sikh Gurdwara
this case,
Parbandhak
Mr. Manjit Singh, let him
the
speak.
killings of 1984 is very...
Singh ji,
The
as also Shri Narendra Modi
killings of
Surjewala,
1984 are very close to the Sikh community. It is, and I think Akali Dal has always taken up this cause, and we are always for the SIT. Today the Chief Minister says, like the 10 commissions have already wasted time. Now if the SIT is there, it should speed up the judicial process, not to stall it. So Aam Aadmi Party has demanded this. It is the demand of Akali Dal. We welcome him, but we also see that Aam Aadmi Party is supported by Congress in the center, in the state, and I think we should also check that how can Aam Aadmi Party come with an ICT when Congress is supporting the Aam Aadmi Party government.
He was also, their party was in power from 1999 to 2004. Why did they not do it?
Whether they have done or not does not take away from the fact that justice needs to be done now. Before I close the debate, my question to...
Absolutely not. Justice must be done. Anybody whose role has not been investigated, by all means investigate. But do not politicize the issue, for heaven's sake.
In the Parliament 2005,
let us understand the pain of the victims.
he said no.
Now 1 minute. No, okay. So before I close...
They gave tickets to Sajjan Kumar and Titler. They made them chairman of different...
And it is the Congress party which denies them tickets. But will you demand from BJP and RSS, as also from Rajnath Singh?
Okay, gentlemen, my last question, let's bring the volumes down. My last question on this Newshour debate is to Sardar Tarlochan Singh. Sardar Tarlochan Singh, my question to you is this.
Yes, please.
Which is the last question on this Newshour debate. I think you answered it. So you say you have made the stunning charges that Rajiv Gandhi did not take Zail Singh's calls, people were dying. The government was inactive, people were dying. Congress leaders met and they said,
Yes.
Khun ka badla khun, people were dying. You say it was not spontaneous, it was organized, people were dying. My only question to you, Sardar Tarlochan Singh, is this. My question to Sardar Tarlochan Singh. Sardar Tarlochan Singh, why were you quiet for so long? When you went before the Nanavati Commission in 2005, did you say so? You spoke to the Nanavati Commission. I went through your testimony. I have it with me. I find no specific mention to the Khoon ka badla Khoon comment, or the fact that the Prime Minister was not taking the President's call.
You
didn't say this before the Nanavati Commission.
Knows in the city, this slogan was there, everybody knows it.
No, you didn't say it before the Nanavati Commission in 2005. Why?
You see, the Nanavati Commission, I was there as a witness. The question whichever was put, I replied.
No, but why didn't you mention this? Was it not important? Was it not so important? Why didn't you mention this earlier?
No. That Khoon ka badla Khoon, everybody in Delhi knows. This was raised everywhere, every day. I still stand by it.
I am not talking about everywhere, every day. You say senior Congress leaders sat together and Gyani Zail Singh had information about it.
Out of those leaders, 2 leaders were killed by the Sikh terrorists.
Did Gyani Zail Singh tell you? Did Gyani Zail Singh tell you about it? Did he tell you that he had heard about this meeting of Congress leaders?
Yes, that's very clear.
And
next day, President was informed.
And what was the source of the President's information?
By the state Congress leader.
What was the source of the President's information?
Most unhappy.
What was the source of the President's information?
You see, there were a lot of people coming to President on that day. Even
Tarlochan, may I come in and help you?
He met.
No, he doesn't need help.
No, not help in this question. You see, the President was ignored even when the attack took place at Golden Temple. You must corroborate. Golden Temple attack, at that time Prime Minister kept him in darkness. No information. So President being a Sikh...
Arnab, may I add something?
No, I am totally short of time, Casey. Okay, if you want to make a quick point, why don't you? Yes.
No, very quickly, just to corroborate what Tarlochan is saying, Mr. Bindra told me that at the Aims, Mr. Secy, the then Mayor of Delhi, came up to him and told him that this is what has been hatched. And he says he told the President, and President told the Prime Minister, Mr. Gandhi was then not the Prime Minister, mentioned it to Mr. Gandhi that this I am hearing.
Yeah, so if that was the case, why did Rajiv Gandhi not take the President's calls? Why was the Home Minister keeping quiet? Why was the army not deployed? When the deployment of the army was asked for, why did it take time to actually go out there into action? Now there is only three possibilities. Either the government at that point of time was incompetent, either it was ignorant, or it was inactive. We need to know whether it was incompetent, ignorant, inactive, or all of the above, and if so, what conspiracy was there behind it. Without ascribing motive, let 1984 be opened once and for all. I thank my panelists for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight.